Hi everyone, my name is Louise. I'm the Essex Netball Development Officer and I'm going to deliver a netball session as part of the Essex Women Like Us festivals. Today's session is around a change of direction, a little bit of agility and then a little bit of balance as well. If you need to take a break at any time, feel free to do so. I'll run you through this session with plenty of breaks, but if you need to take an additional break, feel free to do so. All you'll need is a pair of trainers, a bottle of water, and preferably a ball. If you've got a netball, that would be great, but if you have something else, tennis ball, football, anything like that will be fine. If all else fails, toilet roll socks can be useful as well. Okay, so I'm going to start you off. We're going to start with a warm-up, which is really important. We're going to keep it in line with our change of direction. So we're going to start by sidestepping 3 times that way and then 3 times back, and we're going to do that 20 times. When you're ready. Okay, keep going. So remember, you're going to do that 20 times and then we'll switch. Keep going on those last few. Good, keep going. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds to complete and then we'll move on. Okay, once you've done your 20 from side to side, we're then going to do a leap. So very similar, but we're going to leap from side to side. So you're putting your weight and then balancing. So moving from side to side. And you're going to do this 20 times as well. Keep going. Make sure you're rooting your weight into the balls of your feet, and flat, keeping the ball of your feet grounded. Good, keep going. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds on that to complete your 20. Okay, fab. So now we're going to move. So if you've got some spots, great, but if you've got some other things that you can mark down on the floor, so we're going to be jogging from side to side. You're going to turn at the marker. As so. You're going to do that 10 times. Okay, when you're ready. If you want to make it harder, if you touch the cone, okay, and pause there. Now we're going to move on to a Y. So as you can see, I've got a marker further down. So we're going to now make this longer. Same with 10. If you want to keep it simple and just turn at marker, that's fine. But if you want to touch and make it a little bit harder, then great. Away you go. When you're changing direction, make sure you're using your hips to help you on your way to change direction. I'm just going to give you a few minutes just to finish those last few off. A couple of seconds, sorry. Okay, so now we're going to repeat and we're going to go back to our side step, changing direction. This time you're only going to do 10. Away you go. Okay, keep going, last few. I'm just going to give you 10 seconds just to finish those last ones off. And then we're going to go back into the leap. Okay, take a breath, and when you're ready, we're going to do 10 of the leaps from side to side. Keeping your body nice and upright. Okay, fab, good work. Okay, we're going to go back to our short shuttle runs now. Feel free again, if you want to touch the cones, that's great. If you feel more comfortable just changing direction, that's also fine. When you're ready, away you go, 10 of these. Okay, take a breath, and then we're going to do 10 more of the longer ones, and then we'll stretch off, ready for our session. Okay, when you're ready, away you go. Okay, keep going, last few. I'm just going to give you 10 more seconds to complete your last few shuttle runs. Good work, keep going. Okay, 5 seconds. And then we'll move on, then we'll stretch. Okay, first of all, grab a drink, if you're like me and you need one. Okay, and then we're going to start off by lunging, making sure both feet are facing forward. We're just going to lunge forward from one end to the other. Just walk, switching front legs. And then back. Okay, we're just going to heel flicks but walking, as we've already done quite a bit of running. And back. Make sure you're kicking the back of your hand. And then we're going to go high knees, have your arms up in front of you and try and hit your arms out in front. Hopefully this gives you a chance to have a bit of a breather. Okay, fab. Grab another drink if you need it. And then we're going to move on to change direction. So all of these again are going to be repetitions, so I'll talk you through them. I'm just going to spin a little bit so you can see all my cones. Hopefully you see those now. Good. There's also a red cone that's just slightly out of shot here. So you're going to set up a square. Again, if you haven't got spots, something hopefully with a different colour, if possible, but marking out a square in your area that you've got. So what we're going to do to start off with is you're going to start in the back right hand spot like this, or area that you've marked out, and we're just going to 20 times run to a different cone from here. So, and then you're going to stop at the next cone. I'll show you. Once you feel comfortable with what you're doing, you can speed it up. Try stopping at that cone as if you're catching a ball. So you're going to, every time you do one, that's one. So you're going to do this 20 times. Keep going. If you haven't already started, start your 20. Keep going. Try and making sure you're doing that 1-2 movement and landing for balance. So imagine if you're catching the ball, you're going 1-2. So keep that nice 1-2 movement. If you want more power, drive those legs higher, so drive those knees up, like so, to get a little bit more power. Good, okay, so now we're going to switch sides. So I'm going to start from my left. Try switching your landing and starting foot if you can. And I'm going to do 20 again, doing this. Okay, keep going. I'm just going to give you 10 more seconds just to finish those last 20 off, and then we're going to have a drink, and then we're going to change it up a little bit. Okay, keep going, 5 seconds. Good work, keep that going. Nice landing movement as you get to the other cone. Okay, and stop there, grab a drink if you need it. Okay, this time we're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to add a change of direction in. When you're changing direction, make sure you plant your outside foot and then turn your hips the direction that you want to use. And then you're going to drive. That's really important to drive as if you're trying to beat your defender for the ball. Okay, so I'm going to start again at my left hand cone, and I'm going to start at this one, and then I'm going to run back. Okay, so I'm drawing my defender out, running back. If you want to indicate, you can. Again, you're going to do 20 of these. Keep going. Make sure that nice drive back to the original cone. Make sure we're trying to get away from that defender. And turning, plant the outside foot, turn your hips and drive back. Good, keep going. Keep that up. Okay, take a breather, and then we're going to switch sides to the next cone. Again, try changing your landing and out your starting foot. And again, we're doing 20 of these. Good, I'm just going to give you another 10 seconds to complete those 20, and then we're going to move on. Good, keep going. Really turn those hips and drive. Okay, you're going to take a breather and grab a drink, especially like me. What's really important there, like I said before, is turning your hips the direction that you want to be running in to get away from the ball. The drive is really crucial on the drive back when you're changing direction to get away from your defender, so that's really important. There should be a bit of a change of speed when you're using the change of direction in order to trick your defender. Okay, so what we're now going to do, we're going to move on. And it will come clear why I had different colours. What I want you to try and do now is using the same movement of a change of direction. You're going to pick two colours, always starting in the middle in your netball ready position. So for that, it's feet shoulder width apart, a nice springy stance, knees slightly bent and arms relaxed by your side. So just as a side on view, it's like body crucially needs to be upright, so we're showing that we're ready for the ball. So we're going to start in the centre of our square, and we're going to pick two colours to run to before I return back to the middle. If you're lucky enough to have someone in your household that can pass the ball to you, then this is the chance where you can add a ball in. They can stand at the top of your square, and as you make your drive back to the middle, they can feed you in a ball and you can pass back. If you haven't, like me, then that doesn't matter. We'll just carry on doing the movement without the ball. So I'll just do a demonstration. So I'm going to go blue-red, and then back to the middle. The other thing that if you do have an additional person is they can actually call the colours for you to run to add a little bit of reaction into it as well. I'm going to go purple, red. Green, purple. Blue, green. Okay, try and do that for 20 times. Keep changing the colours. Try and get a different angle of running as well. So when we're running, we should be running in angles. Keep going, that's great. Using that change of direction. Keep going. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds to complete your 20 and then we'll have a breather. Good work, keep going. Keep turning those hips, keep driving. Okay, pause there and grab a drink. We're just going to now add a third colour in. So now you're going to run to 3 of the spots or markers that you set out and then run back to the middle. Same again, 20. The importance here is small steps, so try and keep your feet quite close together, taking smaller steps rather than larger steps. Actually, a lot of people feel they'll get further if their feet are wider apart, but you're a lot more agile if your feet are close together. So try and keep those feet quite close and springy steps. Keep going. I'm just going to give you another 10 seconds just to finish that off. Good work. Keep going. Okay, and stop there. So now we're just going to repeat that, but only with the driving out and running back, and then also the 2 colours. We're not going to progress on to the 3 this time. Okay, so starting with your 20, running out and in first, once you've caught your breath and grabbed a drink, and then you're going to move on to the colours again. Okay, so starting here, so I'm going to start on my left hand side and running back. Turning those hips. And driving out. Keep going, last few. Last push on that last one. Make sure we really drive on that last one for the add that effort in. Okay, so now we're going to switch sides again. Starting on the right hand side. We're going to drive and run back. Turning those hips. Good. Remember, you're doing 20 of these. Imagining you're catching that ball on the cone. If you want to add a jump, that's fine. Good, keep going. I'm just going to give you 10 more seconds just to complete those 20. So just making sure that I explained that all right, that every time you run to a cone and back, that is 1. So you're just doing 20 of those. Okay, good. Grab a drink. Hopefully your heart rate's up. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to do 2 colours again. So only 2. Picking 2 colours, making sure we're returning back to the centre, back to our netball ready position. Which again, feet shoulder width apart, nice springy stance, arms nicely relaxed by your side. Okay. When you're ready, 20. Try keep your eyesight facing forward as if you're facing play. That's really crucial. Okay, good. Keep going. We're going to just do another. We're just going to give you another 10-15 seconds just to complete those 20. But if you need longer, feel free to pause as I catch my breath back, and then we'll move on. Okay, good. Grab a drink. Well done on that. Hopefully you got that feeling of that change of direction, as if you're dodging around a player on court. We can almost imagine it if we were really there. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're just going to try and do some working on what I talked about, those small steps. So we're going to work on that a little bit more because they're really crucial. So I've set up two markers, as you can see, two different cones, and I'm going to be doing a figure of 8 to start with around those cones. I'll demonstrate, but when you take this on, you're going to be doing a rep of 10 to begin with. So as you can see, I'm back in my netball ready position. My body's nicely upright, and I'm just going to move around the cones, keeping my body and my eyes facing play. Try not to watch your feet if you can, but if you need to start off doing that to get your balance. Okay, and then try and pick up the pace a little bit. Okay, keep going. So we want 10 of those. So a complete figure of 8 is your 10. So make sure you're not only counting the halves. So a complete figure of 8. Keep going. Yeah, keep your body nicely upright, face facing forward, eyes on the prize. Good. Okay, stop and grab a drink if you need it. Okay, this time we're going to change up a little bit. We're still going to do a figure of 8, but then I'm going to add a drive through the gates after 5. If you have a partner again, someone within your household, they can shout go instead. So then again, you're working on your reactions as well. So when they shout go, then you run through the gate. Okay, so just as a demonstration, without partners, you're going to do 5. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, and then that was my 5, so I'm going to drive forward. Okay, so you're going to do that 4 times. When you're ready, away you go. Keeping that body nicely upright. So however you want to move around the cones is fine. If you want to take those smaller steps or a bit of a side shuffle, mix it up a little bit. Working your way around those cones, and then you're going to drive, bringing those knees up towards your hips and using those arms to drive forward. Keep going. The last few attempts. And drive forward. Good, I'm just going to give you 10 more seconds just to finish those last few off. And if you're finished, great, you get a little bit of extra rest time. Okay, just move your markers slightly closer together. We're going to now work again on small steps. So you're going to start in the middle. I'll start by facing you, but I am going to add a ball into this. So you're going to start with your feet in the middle. You're going to take 1, 2 in the middle, 1 out. 2 in the middle, 1 out. The more confident you get, the more you're going to speed it up. Good. Okay, so when you're ready and feel comfortable, you're going to do 20 of those. Okay, when you're ready, Away you go. One, two in the middle, one out, two in the middle. Try bringing those knees quite high up. Nice touches on the balls of feet. Good, keep going. Last few, I'm just going to give you 10 seconds just to finish your 20. Keep going. Okay, stop there and grab a drink because we're going to move on to a little breather, adding a little bit of a balls handling, and then we're going to reset that and then add a ball in. Okay, once you've grabbed a drink, again, if you've got a ball, great. If you haven't, for this one, maybe use like a jumper or rolled up into a ball. Anything that you can make a ball like will be fine. If you've got a tennis ball, that'll be great as well. It might make it a little bit harder, but it'll be fine. Okay, so we're going to start by going 20 round the bodies, just to get handling that ball. Once you've done 20, you're going to change direction. So once you've done your 20, you're going to go 20 the other way. Good, keep going. If you're struggling, feel free to roll the ball around. If you can't keep control of it, if it's a bit slippery, the ball, feel free to use your body for balance. Okay, good. I'm just going to give you the last few seconds to finish those. Okay, now we're going to work against the wall, so you're going to need a wall space as well. And what we're going to do, we're going to go 20 with each hand, and we're just going to bounce the ball to our fingers. 20 on each side. Okay, then when you're ready, you're going to switch hands. This is my weaker hand, so it's always good to challenge yourself. Keep going, making sure you're doing those 20. Really key to use your fingers in this. That's where you get the bounce back, so make sure you're using, you can see, I bounce the ball against the wall with my fingers, not with my hand. It's all in your finger bounce. You're using your fingers to push it against the wall. Okay, I'm just going to give you another 10 seconds just to complete those, and then we're going to do a couple of chest passes, and then we're going to reset on our figure of 8 circuit. Last few seconds. Okay, take a breather. Okay, we're going to now do 20 chest passes. Try and imagine a spot where you want to, so you're hitting the same spot, just so you're starting to work a bit on your accuracy as well. For those that haven't maybe done a chest pass before, it's what it says on the tin. It comes from your chest and it should be received at your player's chest as well. We use our fingers to aim, and we use our body weight to make that pass nice and short and firm. It's quite a short pass. So we just push our weight into it. As you can see, my fingers point at where I want to aim, and I'm transferring my weight forward for that bit of extra power. So you're going to do 20 chest passes. Right, hitting that same spot. Good, keep going. Last few. Okay, and then get back ready for our figure of 8s. When you're ready, hopefully you've cooled down a little bit and caught your breath. Ready to go back into our figure of 8s. Okay, I'm just going to move a little bit further apart. So when you're doing your figure 8s, have the cone slightly further. When you go into your smaller steps over, the 1 out, 2 in, move them a little bit closer. Okay, when you're ready, so we're going to do 20 of these again. Try keeping that body facing forward. Keep going. Try and speed it up the more confident you get. Body upright, feet nicely springy, getting yourself around those cones. Keep going. Good, keep that with those hips, those feet moving quite quickly. Nice small steps. I'm just going to give you another 10 seconds just to finish those last few off. If you need a bit longer, feel free to pause it and then finish them off. Okay, so again, if you've got someone in your household that can shout go, carry on doing your figure 8 and react to them. Or like myself who hasn't, do 5 and then you're going to drive through. So we're going to do 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's my 5th, so I'm going to take a step back and drive through it, really using my arms to drive up. Good, keep going, last few. I'm just going to give you 20 seconds just to finish those off. And then we'll grab a drink. Keep going. And that's the last few. Okay. And stop there. Okay, so I've just moved them again a bit close together. This time we've warmed up our hands with the ball. So I'm going to try and add a ball into it. Those that again have a feeder, that's great. Just ask them to pass the ball when you're on the outside. So you want to be receiving the ball. Just going to move these up a little bit. You want to be receiving on your 1. So the feeder, the person who's feeding to you, you want the ball to receive there, and then you're passing back before you've got to back to, or as you're going back to the middle. For those that haven't got a feeder but have got a ball, we've got a bit more of a challenge. Unfortunately, you are going to have to move with the ball, which is obviously against netball rules, but just for the drill, to get some balance on that, including that ball, we're going to make an adaptation. Okay, so I'm going to pass in the middle. I only pass on my 2nd foot. And again, you're going to do 20 of these. Keep going. So for those, you're feeding from the middle. If you can, speed it up. Okay, good. Last few seconds just to finish those off, and if you need to grab a drink, feel free to do that. Take a breather. Okay, and now we're going to go back to our ball handling, and we're going to add an additional one at the end. We should be cooling down now as well, so use this as your bit of a cool down. As I've worked you today, we've done quite a lot of running and a bit of change direction, so it's definitely important to use this to cool down. Okay, so we're going to start with round the body. So you're 20 round the body. I promise there's not any more running after this. Good. Again, if you need to use your body for balance, feel free to do so. And then once you've done your 20, you're going to roll 20 back. Good, keep going, keep smiling, heads up. Good, I'm just going to give you 10 more seconds to complete that. And then we'll move on to our bouncing against the wall. Okay, when you're ready, work your way to the ball. You're going to go 20 with your most dominant hand. And then switch when you've done 20. To your non-dominant hand. Okay, good. Just going to let you finish those off. And then we're going to move to the chest pass again. So keeping, trying to use that accuracy, aiming for the spot, pointing your fingers to that spot on the wall, using your body weight to get the power. So 20 chest passes before we finish. Okay, keep going. I'm just going to give you another 10 seconds just to complete your 20 chest passes. And then we've got 2 more passing just to cool down with. Okay, good. Okay, this time we're going to throw the ball above our heads and we're just going to jump to catch it. We're going to do 20 of these. If you want to challenge yourself, throw it higher. Keep going. Last few. Good work. If you've challenged yourself and you're going quite high, really use those arms to drive up and get those hands out ready for the ball. Good. Last few. Okay, brilliant. Well done. Okay, so the last one we're going to do, we're just going to walk out all that running that we've just done. So we're going to start from about this distance away from the wall, so about just over 2 meters, and then we're just going to walk the ball softly in, and then we're going to walk it out. And then walk it back in. Try and do that about 10 times. As in 1 in, 1 out, so 5 in, 5 altogether. Last one in. Okay, great job, and then you're finished. So that should be cooled down. We're just going to finish off by stretching off, especially our legs. So we're going to start with feet, 1 foot in front of the other. I'm just going to go away so you can see both feet facing forward, and we're going to push into our front foot. I'll go side on as well so you can see I'm stretching on the back. If you can't feel it, go a bit further. Go wherever you feel comfortable. Hold it for 10 seconds and then switch. And again, moving forward into your front foot. Good work. Okay, if you need a wall for balance, feel free to use your wall. You're going to bring your leg up. Some might want to use the back of your trouser leg, but others you can hold your shoelaces and push your hip further forward to make sure you're feeling that stretch. Again, hold it for 10 seconds and then switch. Pushing those hips forward so you can feel that stretch. Okay, then we're going to go slightly further forward with one leg. Then you're going to push up onto your heel and bring your shoelaces into your leg. If you can't feel it, dip a bit further forward. Good, hold for 10 seconds and then switch. Okay, good. We're just going to stretch our arms off. So bring your arm across your body. Make sure you're not holding the joint. So just for anyone not sure, bring it across and hold your arm in. Okay, and then switch. Okay, and then bring your arm over. Good. You should be feeling it stretch all down there. Perfect, well done. And then switch arms. Great effort, everyone. That was really good work. Obviously it was a lot of running, a lot of change of direction, and there was no teammates to sort of take a bit of a breather off of you. So great work. Hope you all enjoyed it, and hope you all enjoyed our Essex Women Like Us Festival. I hope you enjoy any other sessions that you're doing, and thank you for joining in. Thanks, bye.